Hey guys, what's going on? RoachGdC here, back with another episode of my Minecraft Let's Build, Let's Play. And on today's episode, excuse me guys, it's a little early in the morning, so my voice might sound a little different. I apologize for that. But we are here. Felt like recording just a little baby episode, possibly. And we're going to be in my creative world. I don't know if I'm going to be switching over to the survival world for any of it, maybe to show you guys just a few updates of what's been going on for the little week I took off. But oh, just one sec guys, one sec. Okay, sorry about that, had to make sure I was recording. But you can see here I've been doing some just creative building. This is not a farm, you know, it's just, I mean, this kind of looks like a dinosaur, but I thought what would be cool is if for one of the worlds I built a giant statue in like the center of the, or one of the villages in our survival world, I should say. If I built a giant statue that the village was centered on, and I thought of no better statue to make than a 3D Charizard. Right now, this one doesn't look too much like Charizard. I was pretty proud of, you know, the lower jaw here and the upper jaw when I first built them. I was like, okay, that's convincing. It looks like Charizard. But then I built the eyes, and it just didn't look right. I mean, I know I could fix them, but I'm just starting to think that they are too small. I mean, I guess I could extend them out, but I wanted to go a little bigger, I suppose. So this is where this new lower jaw comes in. You can see here I built the head on a little column of glass. Well, not so little, but this one was I think a 13 wide diameter. I think this one's 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 17. Looks like I call it. Awesome. I'm pretty happy with this jawline. I was happy with this one as well. It looks pretty similar. What I do like better about this one is the teeth are a little more separated. What I'm concerned about is that the what am I trying to say? That the head's going to be too big. Like the entire statue will be just too large, where we won't be able to see every single piece of it in the village, because I won't have all those chunks rendered. Like obviously right now you can't see every single chunk looking out that way to this area over here. I'm worried that's going to be the same thing. If the statue gets too big, it's going to be like not visible. Like every single part of it's not going to be visible. Like you won't be able to see the head and the wings and the legs. So it really depends on how I build this. It's going to be standing, so that'll hopefully help keeping all the chunks more, or like keeping all the parts of Charizard hopefully in a vertical state instead of horizontal. Because if I built this thing flying, there would be no way in heck we could see every single piece of him. But I've just been in the creative world off camera doing this. It's been kind of fun, you know, just watching some Netflix, just building and being like, this is like kind of a pure form of creative. Basically, I mean, there's already, like, this Pokemon already exists. Someone already made Charizard. It's just that I don't think anyone's ever really built a 3D statue of him in Minecraft, so I decided that I wanted to try it. And so far, it's been a nice challenge. You know, first off, like, material-wise, it's always hard to find the right materials. Lucky for me, and I suppose unlucky at the same time, red sandstone is a pretty good material. It keeps his color pretty on point. Like, that's the color I would expect Charizard to be. There's a little bit of texture, but we do have some variety here if we place them down. We got the regular sandstone, smooth sandstone, chiseled, and then the stairs and Hassler, which have the same texture on the sides. But you know, it kind of looks nice. Like, this is kind of a scaly texture, and Charizard is a flying lizard. You know, the Char lizard. I don't know what the Char stands for again, but it is lizard-based. Charmander's a salamander. There we go. And Charmeleon is chameleon-based, in case you didn't ever get that. But if we wanted to add some smooth patches to Charizard, we always could with the smooth sandstone here. Not sure if I would ever want to use the chiseled sandstone, but you know, it's again a texture change for his skin. Like, so it's not all just scaly. Like, you can see that, you can still see the scales this far away, and maybe I don't want to use that. Maybe I would like to replace some of it with smooth sandstone just to make it look more not cartoony, but more like the original Charizard in the anime. Like, you can't really, they don't get too detailed as far as like texture on its skin goes. The bad part about using red sandstone is that I have to gather up a ton of red sand and whatnot. And so far in the survival world, I have not found a mesa biome to even collect like hardened clay and whatnot. So, okay, give me around the glass. So I can only imagine how much red sand I'm going to need for this project, and it's going to be a lot, so I'm going to have to find several mesas, I'm sure of it, and I know for a fact that they're, I think, the second or third rarest biome, something like that, like behind Mushroom Islands and possibly like a spiked ice biome, if that's what it's called. I haven't found either of those ever in a Minecraft world, but I have found one mesa in my entire Minecraft career, which has been about, I think it's been a year or maybe 2 years, something like that. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys this, what's been going on here, and I suppose, you know, I was going to do some building of the sculpture on camera, but I think that's just going to be too tedious. I'm not going to be able to focus on either talking to you guys or on the actual structure itself. Like, one or the other is going to win out, and it's just going to be too ineffective for me to do. So what's going to happen is a lot more construction of this sculpture is going to be happening off camera, and you guys will probably be getting updates here and there throughout however long it takes, because, you know, this is going to be probably the most difficult build I have. Material-wise, it's, I would say, pretty close to on par with the wheat farm that we built, that giant tall one that almost goes up to the build limit. I can't imagine this thing, well, I mean, this is going to use a lot of material just like that did, maybe even more, but the difficulty of this project is going to be not infinitely times more, but it's going to be way harder than the wheat farm. With the wheat farm, it was just layer by layer, repetitive builds. Like, I got it down to pretty much a science to be the most efficient possible. This is art. This is gonna be iterations of me messing around with the head, finally getting to a point where I think it looks good. Then I got to move on to the body, messing around with that until to a point where I think it's good / perfect. You know, it's gonna take time, and even here in Creative World, it's taking me already a couple hours to get this, and well, even more than a couple hours. 2 hours to get that, like another hour and a half to get this. It's pretty intense, and I still have more body parts to build, and here in Creative World I have access to unlimited red sandstone. Yeah, red sandstone, and I can fly around and build. In survival, it's going to be just a giant pain in the butt. I can already foresee how frustrated I will probably get, but like I said, I think it'd be cool to build a city based around Charizard. You know, it's kind of nostalgic for me. He was my, well, Charmander was my starter in first gen because I played Fire Red, and I thought, oh, I have the red version, I have to play as Charizard, or as the red Pokemon, right? No, you don't have to, but that's what I thought at the time. So, that being said, let's actually just pop on over to the survival world, and we will see what I have been doing there. So, let's do that right now. Alrighty, guys, here we are over in the creative, or survival world, excuse me, and I think my voice is getting a little better, still probably funny sounding, so we will be doing a quick little update on what's been new in the world here, and we will call the episode good. Not much has changed as far as, you know, structures and facades go. We still have, like, bare bones showing on the wheat farm and the stone farm. Added a few more chests here, however. We got a lot of gravel. Not a lot, but some. You know, helping out for roads over here and roads over at the village there, if I can point to it. These are I've been collecting, you know, seeds and wheat from the wheat farm. I've used it a few times, and, you know, you get a lot of wheat from it. I'll give you that. It's just, not the most efficient thing to plant. I do have a new farm design, however. Uses more gravity than water flow to get items to hoppers, and I think it'll be a lot more efficient, a lot more time-saving. So, we will be working on that in a future episode at some point. I don't know if I'm going to start building the facade of this, because I'm just kind of sick of looking at this ugly mug of a building. Yeah, we got gravel in this bottom chest, and I think in these chests, yes, we collected from that last episode we did. Wow. Slow it down. Words. After the last episode, I stayed behind and collected some of the prismarine bricks and the prismarine blocks here, as well as, well, I mean, this is just what I collected from the pickup, or like mining out that gold and whatnot. So, and then the extra drops that I couldn't make into lanterns, I kept right there. So we have these items. We are starting to collect them. I need to probably start working on a home base somewhere where I can put all these items. I just don't know where I want that to be. At some point, I would like to leave behind this home and kind of just leave it as a, you know, like a museum. Not really. Well, yeah, just kind of leave it intact. You know, wheat grown, sugarcane grown. Never come back and collect it. You know, just leave it be. Maybe rope it off and, you know, charge admissions for it, because I've got so many visitors in this world. But yeah, that's what's new as far as, you know, like material-wise. I've got some new materials there. Nothing new, like I said, structure-wise. We do have several horses here, guys. You can see I've got 4 armored up and saddled, ready to ride. I have been using the white and grayback one to ride around with. I think he's decently, I mean, he's faster than me, so I can't complain too much. He's decently fast, and what I did was when I went to that screenshot area, I built a new kind of little mini house where I've been gathering the horses, so we can go take a visit there if we want. That was a nice little leg. I'm sorry for that. So we'll just pop into the nether. I've got a little mini hub going, and there we are. Oh, ow. Okay, looks like I have to fix, no, it's just when... Okay, that's not going to happen again. There we go. It is going to happen again. Gosh, I hate... And... Ow. Ow. Oh my gosh. Okay, screw it. It's all coming out. I'm done. How am I still... Okay, this is all coming out. I thought I fixed it, but I guess the horse likes to jump up onto the ender chest and the crafting table, but we are good now. I am not dying anymore, so decided to dig out a little mini hub to get to the horse area in the nether here, so we went this direction. Spent some time off camera doing this. This was a while back now, if I remember right. You know, it's not that hard to dig out a hub in the nether. It's, you know, if you got like Netflix going in the background or some YouTube videos, you know, you're at your destination in no time, especially if your destination's not that far away to begin with. Like, I'm not traveling tens of thousands of blocks in the overworld, which would be like 1,000 blocks in every direct, or like, yeah, which would be about 1,000 blocks in the nether, which is decent, but it was literally like just thousands of blocks, which transferred to, I don't even know, divide that by 8, hundreds of blocks pretty much in both the X and the Z direction here. We should be getting pretty close, but I need to at some point close this tunnel off, or, excuse me, like build a more permanent nether hub, because this one works, but I would probably like to do something a little more professional, a little more formal. There we go. So we will just hop on in with that horse, and we shall see what I've done. There we go. Hop on him, and this... Like I said, guys, there were a ton of horses. You can see that I've got, I don't know, maybe about 20 in there, plus a couple donkeys. Like, there's one donkey in there. That white horse looked so cool, but unfortunately it wasn't, like, the best riding horse, as well as the black horses there. Like, I love the solid color of the white and the black. Like, I think most people would say that one of those two is their favorite horses. However, I also like the color of... Let me get off my horse here. There we go. I will be back for him. Where is my ladder? This is the one problem with having this many horses. There we are. I would actually say that... Oh, there we go. I almost fell in again. Where is he? Like, this color horse with the big white spot. Like, right there. That guy. He is probably, like, my favorite looking horse. I love the dark chocolate color. It reminds me of the dark oak wood that's not in this area, but... looks very similar to that, and, you know, the white helps break that up quite a bit. I think with that dark brown color, like having white to break it up works perfectly for it. And if we head over here, we can see I've got even more horses. Not as many in this one. I think I started transferring them from one to the other, like saying which horses were good and which ones were bad. Got a few more donkeys in here. Hi, buddy. Yeah, having fun in there? I hope so. But yeah, that's what I did out here. Got a nice little dirt house just so that I could sleep off the night. And we'll just take a look inside. I did collect some materials because I was just kind of bored a little bit. So we actually do have some diamonds. We've got Aqua Infinity Book and name tag, etc. Oh, that also reminds me off camera. There is one new material that I have been collecting. It's obsidian. I went down to, well, I guess you guys probably don't know where I was, but my little, what do you call it? What was I calling it? Branch mining area. There we go. Where I did some branch mining and collected all those ores off camera that I showed you that one episode. That was very specific, I know. But I went back down there, found a lava lake, and I started collecting obsidian as well. I think what I'd like to also build in the industrial area is a quote-unquote wither farm building. Now, obviously, you can't really farm withers, but what it's going to be is just like a obsidian-lined building where the wither can't get out, where it can't destroy anything. And I still have to, like, do some testing on that as well, because I don't know how, like, I feel like, let me see if I can use words here. The wither's blast is as strong as TNT, correct? And TNT doesn't let anything go through, or obsidian doesn't let the blast of TNT go through it, so blocks underneath it are safe. I think a good test would be if I found, like, the block with the weakest blast radius and just put that right underneath a layer of obsidian with TNT on top so I can see if those blocks survive. Then I know for sure I can build a building that's pretty safe as far as, get over here, horse, as far as the wither goes, so I can, obviously I'm not going to do, well, I guess it's not obvious, I should stop saying that. Nothing's obvious unless I tell you guys. But I'm not going to fight every single wither battle in that building. In fact, it might get boring if I just kind of sit there, depending on which room I go in. I might build multiple rooms too, yes. There might be one where just the wither can really fit, and I can just stand outside and shoot arrows at it through a window. Who knows? But I'm going to have some fights outside. I would just have to keep them to a minimum because they do cause a lot of damage. And it gets to be kind of annoying to try to have to repair landscapes after creeper blasts and whatnot. So I can only imagine the frustration I'm going to feel, like having to repair the landscape if a wither decides to blow up a ton of desert space, whatnot. Other than that, I guess I'll show you the obsidian that I have collected. You could see there that I was running in the water, so I've got some new Depth Strider boots, and I have completed my wither armor sets. I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but off camera I would always use my level 30 enchants to check for blast protection on some diamond armor. You can see right here we got blast protection, blast, and blast. All in breaking 3, all good to go. So I am going to be set for that wither fight. Obsidian, I think, is right here. Nope, here. So I've got 9 plus 6, 24 full stacks of obsidian. I had a lot more. I did. But what happened was I was stupid and dug straight through obsidian that I was standing on, and I was thinking the water would flow over it and turn it into, or turn the lava below into obsidian before I fell into a lava pool. But what actually happened was I fell into a lava pool, the water flowed over that lava and turned it into obsidian, and I got stuck in the lava pit and lost, like, my pickaxe. So you can see here that it's Roach Pickaxe 2 if I scroll back through. Oh, if I just do this, Roach Pickaxe 2. Been using a new, Silk Touch Axe. Last one was Efficiency 5, this one's only 4. Gravel Haven, that's how I've been getting all this gravel without accidentally turning some of it into flint, and I had to get a new sword. This one I don't mind as much, except for the fire aspect. It's not the greatest, but if I don't get hit by zombies, spiders, whatever, it works out pretty good. So, can't complain too much. But on that note, I think I'm going to call the episode here. Oh, and my sponges. I guess I can grab those. I forgot about them. So, we next time, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing, but hopefully it's going to be some building, because I know this one was a little more talky-based. Hope you guys did enjoy it anyway, and I will see you in the next episode. See you later.